he comes from somewhere. He comes from a place. And here, where he comes from, we have certain values and no matter how big you are, no matter how super duper you are, you can't negate those values because they are Costa Nostra. They're like the numbers gang. They're like it's the way we are. It's the shit that formed us. You can't ignore that. Dude, even the wackest rapper in the world will say I'm dope like. You know why? Because it matters to be dope like. You have to. It's rap music. You have to be dope. You guys are not going to convince me it doesn't matter to be dope. I don't care.
Word.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
okay,
guys.
so I see where this is going because because I asked you 5 years from now, obviously the rules will absolutely be different.
I agree.
What about the whole generation of people that come from legit no values?
Yeah.
You know, because by the time we get to 5 years from now, the so-so that you're talking about would have already bred a new generation where it's no longer so-so, it's completely now.
Well, that's where it becomes tricky, right? That's why something is called a tradition because it's passed down. It's got inculcated rules that are passed down, and I think that, you know, no matter how much the sound changes, or no matter the reason there's even a friction, guys, between what's his name, Drake and Pusha, or even the older dude from Slaughterhouse, what's his name, Joe Budden. The reason that even exists is because it still matters. If it didn't matter, it wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it still matters. So no matter how much time will pass, traditions follow. Traditions, you are still here talking about your traditions from 6 generations, you know what I mean? Of you know, from home. You feel me? You still value those things. You are living in 2018. You damn near in the goddamn future. You know what I mean? You back to the future with it. But you still hold those traditions. You still look, you know, I mean, I don't know what your values are as far as like marriage and whatever, but people still hold those things sacred or whatever because they're tradition, because we see value in them. And I think, you know, when you see artists like Shane Eagle, Nasty C, you know, Big Star Johnson, it's like, yo, it reflects Questa. It reflects that, like, yo, Questa's not there just doing a bum jive or holding a Heineken with nothing, guys. This guy's rapping. You know what I mean? He's rapping. He's like, people are hearing, they go, yo, those are like, how can that not translate? How can that not translate? There isn't one guy who considers himself in the hip-hop industry, whether a producer, rapper, or whatever, who doesn't know what a punchline is, what a dope rhyme is, they all know, because these are traditions that when you get into this thing, you gotta be like, I surrender myself to the rules and regulations of this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you stray, you'll see what happens when you stray. You will be called music soul child.
I'm so glad you brought up the traditions part, particularly the traditions being passed down. I always ask myself in the conversation of people saying, you know, there's not enough guidance, not enough people are looking out for us. Are there people passing down these traditions? Are there people guiding people? You know, obviously not acting like that kind of situation does not exist, because I know that there's more than enough guys that are doing their little bit to pull people up, the Rickies, yourselves, the Slickers. But I mean, truthfully speaking, to say that traditions are being passed down, are they really?
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's this you know, this strict kind of, you know, conduct where, for instance, like, you know, I will look at artists like, you know, like Ginger Trail and, you know, and youngster CPT, and go, okay, these guys, not only are they young and dope, but they're fully in the line of where I came from. You feel me? And I will, when I see that, I will always jump and grab at that, you know? But I think it must be said that I'm not saying, guys, we must take it back. I'm not saying let's take it back to where it was. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, yo, the sound has changed. The vibes are different. You know, the source is different. You know what I mean? It's fine. But I'm just saying that it's still a guy or a girl rapping and saying words, and those words must be compelling. so that even if the lights go off and the cameras go off and the beautiful host is gone, you can still move people. You can still go, yo, with nothing else. You can still go, yo, I moved someone's soul. I moved someone, and that's what it is. Otherwise, without that, it's gonna need the beautiful host. It's gonna need the camera. It's gonna need the lights. It's going to survive. And as soon as that, because somebody paying for this, so as soon as that person, it stops making money for that person, then they switch off. You know what I mean? And then we're in the dark. So I'm saying, at least in the least, can it still survive to a point where, guys, without the things, you know what I mean? Without the, because I mean, you know, I don't want to be held slave to a brand. I don't want brands dictating what is culture, what is. I'm like, no, we was here way before you. So when you give, I feel like when we don't control certain things as far as like craft, the level, we literally are going anybody. Because when the market says, I mean, the market can say Elvis Presley. In America, it said, we're not comfortable with these black guys shucking and jiving. Amazing music, but we're not comfortable. So because the market is largely white. So they say, we need a white guy doing the same thing. So they find a guy who's genuinely loves the music, but they turn him into the caricature, the half of this thing. You know what I mean? That's why there was so much friction, you know, with Eminem. It was like, yo, should we like this? Should we not like it? And then you're like, actually, man, this guy's like the real deal. And the Dre co-sign, and you can't deny him. You know what I mean? It's like, and he's telling his story. He's not trying to be black. He's telling his story. You know what I mean? And that to me is the round view. I mean, my mama told me early, dog. My mama told me early. She said, never ever listen to anyone who does not make money from their art. When my mama told me that, I understood that the dope, incredible MC, dope, who doesn't make money, doesn't have the full view. Can't have the full view.